Hello and welcome to the first Genius Yield monthly update. This is going to be an update that we'll be doing at the end of every month to give you, the community, a summary of all the exciting announcements and progress made over the last month. Genius Yield has been growing tremendously over the past 2 months, and especially in January, we've had a lot of exciting announcements that I'd like to summarize for you today. One of the latest one was the release of our Genius Decks white paper. The team is very excited to launch this paper. We've been working on it for a long time, and it introduces our design that is highly parallelizable and that was specifically made to take advantage of the UTXO model and some of the benefits that comes with such architecture. So in this paper, we talk about features like smart swaps, which allows you to execute limit orders, but also other types of orders and even more complex trading strategies by being able to programmably trigger your order. We also talk about how we can achieve concentrated liquidity through pool fragmentation, which gives the DEX much higher capital efficiency and gives liquidity providers higher yields, while as well achieving higher throughput. We also introduced the concept of our smart order router, which is our solution for our off-chain bots that will be used to, in a decentralized way, scale our DEX by matching and processing orders for the user. And lastly, we also introduced the concept of our smart liquidity vaults, which is our first yield optimization protocol where users will be able to deposit liquidity in our vaults, and we'll have our bots that will execute advanced trading strategies that will give our users much higher yield opportunities. And so if you want to see how all those components come together into the Genius Yield platform, then please check out our white paper for more details. It's accessible on our website and in our documentation. Next up is updates on the ISPO. This month, we released our ISPO dashboard, which allows our users to input their staking address and be able to get an estimate of how many GENS tokens will be distributed to them at the end of the ISPO vesting period. So that's a quick way to get an idea of how many GENS you will get. ISPO has been a tremendous success. We've have accumulated over 100 million ADA staked in our pools, over 7,000 delegators, and so far we've rewarded around 2 million GENS to our delegators. So thank you everyone for participating and supporting this project. For the newcomers, if you're interested in delegating, then please check out our website. We have an ISPO page that will show you exactly how to delegate and support our project, and in exchange earn GENS tokens. Another exciting announcement that we had this month is the release of our new Genius X program. So this is an Accelerator program that we've launched, and this program is to support and help talented developers, talented founders to bring and grow their product into a startup, really propel those early stage projects into full-fledged DeFi protocols. And for that, we provide legal services, fundraising services, marketing services, but also on the tech side, provide engineering and smart contract support and advising to really give those early teams with the great ideas all the tools needed to be successful. And so we've already announced 3 of our projects that have been selected to participate in our first cohort. We have Martify, a gaming and metaverse NFT marketplace, Legity, an electronic wealth management platform, and Maestro, the first ISPO aggregator website that allows you also to have ISPO as a service. And we do have other exciting projects joining our first cohort. And so they will be announced soon. So stay tuned to see who joins next in the Genius X Accelerator program. And if yourself are a an entrepreneur or a developer building on Cardano and you want to participate in the Genius X program, then don't hesitate to apply on our website to get a chance at being accepted into our second cohort. So good luck to everyone.
We made a lot of progress during the last weeks. So the first challenge that we overcame was to integrate a lightweight wallet, the Nami wallet, browser-based, into our DEX. So now we are able to have unsigned transactions coming from the server passed onto the browser, and then Nami wallet will pop up and offers the transaction to the user, and the user can check it, and then if he is happy, sign it, and then it gets submitted to the blockchain. Eventually that should be done via the so-called PAB, the Plutus application backend, but that is not ready yet, so we had to work around the PAB to achieve that. But now it works flawlessly, and so that's very good. And then we started playing with our smart contracts, or the first versions of our smart contracts. So in particular with orders and liquidity pools. So now we are able to create orders, fill orders, cancel orders, create liquidity pools, close liquidity pools, and most importantly also do swaps using liquidity pools. So we saw our first swap last week on the Cardano testnet. And finally, there will also be these bots, these trading bots that look for suitable orders and match them with suitable liquidity pools. And we also have some primitive first versions of those bots. And we saw some trades earlier this week that these bots automatically made matching orders with other suitable orders to facilitate the trade. Lastly, there is this issue with Plutus that you must be careful not to allow your Plutus contracts to become too large, because there are certain size restrictions on the blockchain. So smart contract mustn't be too large, and during execution, during validation, it also mustn't consume too many execution steps or memory. There are these hard limits, so if there are too many execution steps or if the memory consumption is too high, the transaction simply won't be accepted. But even if it's accepted, it has an influence on the transaction costs. So the more execution is needed, the more memory is needed, the more expensive such a transaction becomes. So it's important to keep those resource consumptions as low as possible. And we are working with Welltyped, the Haskell consultancy company that also was heavily involved in the development of Cardano, the Cardano node, for example. And working with them, we managed to significantly cut down the sizes of our smart contracts. So they have some very nice frameworks, some optimizing compilers and other techniques to help manage the size and the resource consumption of smart contracts. So we tried that out with the first versions of our smart contracts and managed to cut the size by half, for example, without much effort. So in future, we will use those techniques more heavily to really squeeze out the last bit of performance that we can. But we also don't want to do that prematurely. So right now the contracts are still in shift. So we still want to add some features and tweak something. So we don't want to do any premature optimization. But it's very good to know that in principle those tools are available. So we will be able to produce very small and efficient smart contracts.
Next up is partnerships. We've had many partnerships announced for Genius Yield this month. We've partnered with Igon, which is the top projects, the first cloud computing platform on Cardano, which gives you access to distributed resources, distributed storage, distributed compute, so that we can achieve giving you the tools to really have applications really run in a decentralized way. We've also partnered with 3 exchanges, ErgoDex, Cardax, and MinSwap. And we've also recently partnered with SCAT-DAO, which is an innovative protocol that allows you to do software auditing, but in a decentralized way. And lastly, we've partnered with ADA handles and from now on, we'll be supporting handles onto our wallets and onto our DEX and any of our future products. If you want to learn more about Genius Yield, about our team, about what we do, and some of the exciting features and product that we're building and that we'll be working on over the next couple of months, the best way to keep a pulse on our project is to participate or watch our AMMs. So we participated in a couple of AMMs this month. Lars, our CTO, was in the Cardano RealFi AMM as well as the Cardano over Coffee. And more recently, Lars joined Big Pay on the Cardano Aura podcast. And so please check those out if you're interested to learn more about Genius Yield. So overall, here at Genius Yield, right, our mission is really to give access to some of the best DeFi yield opportunities to our users by creating this advanced liquidity management protocol powered by machine learning and AI. And the goal is really to democratize for everyone the benefits of DeFi and really make it accessible to as many people as possible. So if that's something that resonates with you and you want to contribute, you want to help us, our team achieve that mission, then we are heavily hiring. Please check out our career page for open position. And also please reach out on our emails or on our socials for any questions. So thank you very much for listening, and I will see you soon in the next monthly update. Bye.